because you have, I think you're repressing a lot of like fire that, yeah, you have a lot of fire, but it's not, because then you have water too. I'm not an astrologer. I'm a human being and I'm on planet Earth, and I was aware of that. And from very, very early age, I knew where I was, and I suppose I could anticipate the challenges, and I didn't like it. But the problem with me is that I have strong memories of where I just came from, and the adjustment was very hard. So at the beginning, for my first few years, I didn't want to be here, and I used to cry and pray I would die and go back. I know it sounds so dramatic, I know. There's no human being who can, some do, some usually they're in my realm, my line of work, but any normal person that I tell this, they think it's so terrible, and it's not really, because if you knew what's on the other side, you wouldn't think it's bad, it's normal. Somehow your guys or yourself, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, was trying to get my attention. You have a very strong personality. You come here with a lot of life force. And again, I'm not being rude, but you're old. Enough already. It feels like playtime is over. You know, so it's like your spirit is saying, all right, you know, just, like kind of splash cold water in your face and like, let's wake up, let's get this done. Something about you, again, that was showing me like a bossy, like a ballsy businesswoman. You understand? Like, again, a lawyer keeps coming up, and a lawyer and Wall Street people is very weird. But what this means is that you have this in you. You have that quality, that force, that drive, that passion, that power. Anyway, so finally, I guess I gave up. My parents had to run me to the hospital. I had like asthma attacks in the middle of the night where I couldn't breathe, and then I had pneumonia at 6, where I had to stay for a month. It was a summer month in bed, and the doctors were threatening me if I don't behave, I had to go in the hospital. I'm like, all right. Finally, I guess I just gave up. I'm like, well, screw it, clearly I'm gonna stay. So all this to say that I had a different awareness, that's all. So I was very aware of something else that people don't seem to remember, they don't seem to be aware. And I was raised Catholic, and I never bought into that. The story always looked quite ridiculous to me, and the teachings and all the rules and the do's and don'ts and how God is going to punish you. Even saying it now, it does something to me physically, because it's so aggressive and so far off the truth that I know. Well, no, I think I said it well. I don't know. I think you're getting caught up in something, and I don't know. I'm trying to help you get out of it. So whatever I said, you're fine. I mean, I was just trying to figure out why they were showing me what they were showing me, because I didn't understand. It was like very confusing. Then the more I sit with you and the more I know about you, then I understand all your layers. And again, this is what I know, and you cannot know something you know and remember something. So, and I'm not saying it is that way for everybody. You know, we're always learning new things, and it's speculation, and this could be from where I come from, and maybe we don't all come from the same place, or we don't have the same developmental level, and some are at different stages. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is that it didn't resonate with me, and I've always relied on what you call intuition. So it is the non-analytical, the non-intelligent, the non-intellectual part of me to solve things or to come to conclusions or decisions. Because your reading was very strange. So like, let's pay attention. This is what I think. I think you are, again, you said like 3 times, this is not a career path, but what I see, I know it's scary and it's a little out there, it's kind of weird, but I think this is something that if you apply yourself, if you put yourself there, if you offer this to the world, you're gonna find a true career. So in the beginning, for many, many years, I think over 20 years, more than 20 or 30 first years of my life, I felt, I'm annoyed, a little bit angry at people for not doing what I'm doing and for like pointing out like, because, okay, so I'll give you an example. Oh, Veronica's crazy. Oh no, that's crazy, that's crazy. Oh, what are you talking about? Blah, 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 right? Let's say I used to work here in New York. I used to work at this health club. This is a silly anecdote, simple, but this illustrates very well, you know. So there's this guy, and I was running a club. I was the general manager, so I know this guy is stealing from us. He's stealing from me. I know he's stealing. And so I mean, oh my God. And the thing is, like, it's so obvious, right? In me, like, it's like when I see something or when I perceive something about someone, it's so obvious. How can you not see that the guy's a crook? Like, how can you not? And I know he's stealing, I know. So they tell me, oh, did you do inventory? I said, no, I don't do inventory. I don't need to do inventory. The guy's robbing us. So Veronica's difficult, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't get up. He was my assistant manager. He was the highest. After me, he was like my right hand. So what they did, they transferred him to another club so he doesn't have to work with me. Poor guy. They put him somewhere else. Good for you. And I didn't care as long as I don't have to deal with him. Who cares? But 6 months later, they find out. I knew he was robbing. I knew he was stealing, but I didn't know how much. I always think the best. And there's certain things that I cannot imagine with my mind because I will never do things like that. So I wouldn't think. I just knew in my gut he was stealing. That's all I knew. It turns out he stole thousands and thousands, like crazy thousands of dollars. First from my club because he got transferred twice and he was in another club and then another club. And they follow, right? They follow the money trail and how he did it and they figure it all out finally. I mean, with logic and with numbers, they figure it out. But obviously, they're not going to listen to my intuition or whatever. According to this, if we're going to believe what is coming through, you should be very, very good as long as you can be plastic and changeable. As long as you're not, too rigid to your own style. I could have said, hey, you have a golden job, it's easy, it's brainless, you get a good paycheck, keep it, take care of it, don't spoil it, stay with it. But that's not what came forth. Characteristics, you have tools, you have, certain things that you bring to work with. It's sort of like when I was in kindergarten, they used to give us this, you either went to the kitchen or you went to the bedroom or you went to they had we were playing house and so they give you the stuff for that room. So then you go and you play in the room and you had to put it together or whatever. So whatever you're given, we're all given different things, different tools, and then you have to do what that's for. And I think the conflict that most people have comes from trying to, get oranges out of an apple tree, making a bedroom with the elements from for a bathroom. So so what I try to teach and to help people is own who they are. First of all, become aware of who they are, who they came here as, what attributes they have, what gifts they have, what characteristics they have, and what is that for, right? So if if you're a fish, go live in the water.